Hi, it's Dennis here from Blue Sky with a tutorial about creating progress claims in Civil Pro. With Civil Pro, you can create progress claims using directly entered quantities, or you can use the quantities from your lot records. In this tutorial, we'll be creating a progress claim using directly entered quantities. Log on to your project. In this example, I'm using the Civil Pro QA demo database. Links to the downloads are available in the video description. The username and password for this database is demo and demo. We go to the payment menu and then to the progress claims page. The demo DB already has claims for August and September. We're going to add a new claim for a new report period. So click on the new report period button. I enter the details for October 2016 and click create. You may have noticed that creating the new report period locks all of the previous report periods. You can toggle the locks on these report periods using the right-click context menu. Double-click the report period to open up the claim. This report period doesn't have a claim, so I'm prompted to create a new one. I'll leave the claim cutoff date as it is. I'm going to set the previous report period to September 2016. We're not going to use lock quantities, but we are going to match the claim quantity to date to previous. This sets the quantity to date in the new claim as equal to the quantity to date from the previous claim. Click the Create button. Once your claim is created, it will be opened in the Progress Claim Detail page. In this page, we have 4 fixed columns on the left. These represent the schedule, which is imported to make the progress claim. And on the right we have a series of scrollable columns. I'm just going to make this a bit bigger. So the scrollable columns are broken up into bands. We have the previously certified band, the certification band, the to date band, the this claim band, and if you open your column chooser by right-clicking on your column headings, you'll see that there are other bands which are hidden by default. Forecast at completion, to complete and admin. We'll deal with those later. All you need to do to update your progress claim is to enable editing and directly update the quantities. This will update both the total for the item and the total for the claim automatically. Scrolling down, you'll notice these items down the bottom. These are all out of order. Also, some of them are different colours. I'll leave the colours for now and let's just talk about the order. If I want to change the order of these, I need to update my schedule. So I go to my financial setup, to my schedule items, and I go down the bottom to where my variations are. I need to reorder them, so that means that I need to unlock the schedule. And then I can just drag and drop them to where they need to be. And that's done. When Civil Pro creates a progress claim, it takes a copy of the schedule. So when we go back to the claim, we can see that it remains unchanged. So what we need to do is to use the right-click context menu, claim operation, for rebuilding the claim. Because we're not using lock quantities, we don't need to build a snapshot, and we can leave the claim date as it is. I'm going to click Create. It tells us that there are existing quantities recorded for this item, and I don't want to overwrite them because I want to maintain the quantities that I previously entered. Here you can see that these variations are now correctly ordered, reflecting the schedule that we just updated. In Civil Pro, schedule items are either pay items or overhead items. Items are pay items by default with a sell rate and a DJC or budget rate. They are items for which you lodge a progress claim and are paid. Overhead items aren't claimed and so won't have a sell rate. These are generally used just to track budgets. Overhead items are coloured green. Similarly, each schedule item is either fixed rate or variable rate. The default is fixed rate, meaning the pay rate is fixed throughout the contract, which is how pay items work most of the time. The rate for a variable rate item changes between claims. This is usually used for variations. Variable rate items are coloured blue and are treated differently in the claim because both the rate and the quantity can be edited, unlike a normal pay item where only the quantity can be edited. Your normal item, which is a pay item that is fixed rate, has a white background. Items that are both variable rate and overhead are yellow. You can see that my variations 1, 2 and 5 have incorrectly been identified as overheads. I can change them back to pay items by using the right-click context menu function to mark the items as pay items. As I do this, I'm prompted to also change the item type in the original schedule so that this is corrected for future claims. You can see that variation number 2 is coloured blue. This means that it's a variable rate item. If I wanted to change it to be a fixed rate item, I'd simply mark the item using the context menu. But I want this to be a variable rate, so I'm going to change it back. You can see that with the variable rate item, once I enable editing, I can also change the rate, unlike with normal fixed rate items where, as the name suggests, the rate is fixed. I'll just change this back to its original value. Now that the claim is complete, I can print it by selecting the standard progress claim report, which shows just the quantity to date, the rates and the totals. Alternatively, I can select a more detailed progress claim report, which also includes the previously certified quantities and the quantities and totals for the current claim. Finally, I'm going to update my estimates of the quantities at completion. Quantities at completion can be used to generate a claim report with additional information for the client, notably the expected final value of the project and the estimated value to completion. It also provides two important values for the monthly reporting and forecasting: the revenue at completion and the earned budget at completion. To update the quantity at completion, you can show the necessary columns and band using the column chooser, but it's much easier to use the pre-baked forecast view. Once the quantity at completion column is visible, it can be updated as required. You will see that the quantity at completion has been set already. When the claim is created, the quantity at completion is automatically set to the quantity at completion from the previous claim. When you have finished updating the quantities at completion, you can print the progress claim at completion report, which adds the quantity and total both at completion and to complete. Thank you for watching our progress claim tutorial. You now have all the information you need to create a progress claim in Civil Pro without lock quantities. You can catch our other progress claim videos which detail additional functions such as the certification process, copying from previous claims, and establishing an overclaim.